What's up, guys? My name is Bryce.
And I'm Brett.
And we want to thank you guys for taking the time, and we're actually forcing you to watch this video. But hope you guys enjoy it. We did our project on Lake Victoria and two fish that mate because of specific colors. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Can you see evolution? Well, perhaps not in a literal sense. However, we can see multiple species surviving and adapting in just one area. Take a look at Lake Victoria in Eastern Africa. It's one of the largest lakes in the world. In this lake, there are more species of fish than there are in all the lakes and rivers of Europe combined. Within this massive community of fish, many different types of adaptations and other traits have evolved. This is what is known as adaptive radiation.
Our book explains that 500 species of cichlid evolved in a very short amount of time, only 15,000 years. You may ask yourself, how can this lake house such a diverse community of species? Many types of cichlids have adapted to the lake's diverse environment. The lake is surrounded by rocky shores, muddy bottoms, and plenty of open space. Some cichlids have adapted to be algae scrapers, snail crushers, leaf biters, insect eaters, and fish hunters. Brett and I are going to focus on two specific types of cichlid fish, the Nairiri and the Pundamilia.
You might be wondering to yourself, how can multiple adaptations exist in one environment? Well, the answer is that it's not really one environment, despite it being one lake. It's sort of like a public swimming pool. You have the deep end, where the older kids swim, and the shallow end, where the younger kids swim. Take a look at the Nairiri fish. They're a bit like the big kids. They swim in the deep areas of the lake and have a red spine. The deeper water gets, the more blue light becomes scattered, leaving red to become more visible. Thus, the color red is more pleasing to female fish living in deeper water. Because of this, most of the Nairiri are red. Meanwhile, the Pundamilia fish live in higher up in the shallow areas of the lake, where blue light is more visible, and the females prefer males that have blue skin. The preferences that the two species of fish have is sexual selection. This allows the two species of fish to adapt and evolve separately from each other and push forward adaptive radiation.
Natural selection is the key reason why cichlids have evolved the way they have. Some fish have adaptations that help them hide from predators, hunt food, or attract mates. The Nairiri and the Pundamilia decided to use their looks to keep pumping out them bad boys. This is called sexual selection. Sexual selection is described by Cal Berkeley as an organism's ability to obtain or copulate with a mate.
Most of what we just described was data and research that was gathered in the late 1960s. Unfortunately, many of the cichlid species have now become extinct. Murky water, the Nile perch, and the water hyacinth plant are directly related to some of the cichlid's extinctions.
Since the 1980s, over 200 species of fish have gone extinct in Lake Victoria. Due to the pollution from the local industries, the water in Lake Victoria has become extremely murky, making it difficult for females to be able to determine the color of the different fish. This has caused the two species of fish to interbreed, thus they have disappeared and have been replaced with one hybrid species instead.
The Nile perch is another species of fish that is wiping out some cichlid populations. According to Columbia University, the Nile perch was introduced to the lake for commercial fishing purposes. Because they are so large and easy to catch using commercial fishing techniques, they are very attractive for the locals to eat. How does this affect the cichlid? Well, the Nile perch is the most fierce predator in the lake. As the fish matures, its eating cycle increases. They eat anything they can get their fins on, which means the cichlids. It also houses parasites that help kill other species. Long story short, the Nile perch has not helped the lake as much as it was previously thought.
You can't do this fishing previously described if you can't even get your boat to move. Unfortunately, that is what's happening on parts of the lake. An invasive species called the water hyacinth is hurting the people around the lake by not allowing them to dispatch their boats. It also affects all the fish inside the lake. Remember when Brett described our two fish and how they need to see their mate's color in order to mate? Well, this plant keeps the light from penetrating through the water, inhibiting the cichlid's ability to mate, causing some species to die or hybrids to evolve.
After seeing all the different types of species found in Lake Victoria, we can see how life has managed to adapt and survive in many different ways. Although you can't exactly see evolution happen before your eyes, Lake Victoria gets you very close to it. We hope you've learned something new. And as always, thanks for watching.